You can't have clear communication with fear at the same time. So finding a way to deal with and resolve, or just tease out, like, which is talking to me right now? What do I need to know that is purely intuition versus what is just something that was outside fear put on me or that I accepted? That is an essential part to it.
I'm very excited because I love what you just said. And I remember when I was carrying, even though I had one and it was two and then it was three, every single time I was still looking, like checking,
Yeah.
I felt differently when I had my son than when I had my two daughters. And, I just knew instinctively, like after I had my first, how the next one would feel. The other one was different. So I knew it was a different gender. But I like the fact that you mentioned the fear issue, because I think it's not, there were two things I just wanted to mention there. The fear issue with the pregnancy can also be throughout your life. It's something, and just as you said, like it's things that we're healing now can take us back to birth, or things that we're remembering can take us back to birth. And as a conscious human being, anyone who's listening, or you're aware, you're much more understanding the world and also your place in it and your mission, and you want to bring this child into a good home, where they can also express themselves freely. So it's just important for me to say that as you're going into this awareness, and as that we are healing many things that are occurring to us, as you said, when you were crying, listening to the music, to bring this child into the world in as much consciousness as possible. I don't know if I'm saying this, articulately enough, but now if I had a baby, for example, I'd probably be in a different place than when I had my three kids. And even though I was pretty aware and very natural and all those kinds of things, I'm in a different place now. So, something that Maura's doing, kind of just all hit me like, yes, this is the reason why Maura's here, because she's a conscious, aware person, and she wants to bring that into the forefront. She wants you to know that you have so many options and you can do this. This is a natural part of life. And it's a welcoming of listening to your body, of trusting your intuition, and not always looking at the tests and the lab results and, and the things that were brought up to say, well, that's science and that's logic. But what about what we're feeling? What about that other side of us that just knows?
Right. Not all the information comes from outside. Some of the information comes from inside. And I just wanted to share a little activity that really, I would share it in my birth class as well, that really, really helped me understand what I was feeding myself every day. Garbage in, garbage out. If you're feeding yourself all these garbage mantras, and there are a heck of a lot of them out there. The one that's coming to mind right now is hope for the best, expect the worst. Like, what?
Oh my God.
And I think it's a song. I think there's a song with it or something. But like, you hear all of these mantras that you have heard culturally or heard from your family members or heard from wherever, and you use it in your mind and you play it over and over, and it shapes the way you look at the world, and it shapes the way you start to, really the way you take in things that are coming to you, like, oh, my car broke down. Is that my car doing it to me? Or is it just something that happened because, maybe something else that I didn't know, it kept me from something else, or like, is it something that happened for me? Maybe I'm going to make a great connection here. Or maybe it's just not a big deal and it's not the car doing anything to me at all. And just to kind of keep track of notes or on a phone or in a journal, little things that you catch yourself saying to yourself, little mantras or little just, the little language that you use for yourself. And I have gained so much awareness about the ideas that I was holding. And it's like, once you start listening to your body and yourself in this way, just get ready, because it's just like floods. Like, oh, you have not been talking to me this whole time. Like, I'm so glad we're talking again, and it won't stop. But as you become more conscious and you become more ready, you get deeper and deeper and deeper, and you start doing things that you never would have imagined, and things just speed up in your awareness and growth. And that's what I want to help people learn to do, And that's what I incorporate in my birth class, because I think pregnancy is absolutely an amazing opportunity. And as you develop these skills, they are incredibly important when you're a parent as well, because there are so many outside sources trying to tell you how to parent, what's best for you, all of this stuff. And some of them are helpful, but not all of them are helpful. You can't learn from all of them. So having the be all end all, your own internal compass, and being connected with that is something that can only serve you throughout the rest of your life.
Right. I want to repeat that. So your own internal compass can serve you for the rest of your life. That's so important. And I also wanted to say, for anyone who's listening, any woman who's maybe trying to get pregnant and feeling like their clock is ticking, and, maybe they haven't found their partner, I just want to say we're all limitless beings. And if you have a desire and you want to find that beautiful partner to create this beautiful child with, that is happening. And it's just an acceptance of that. And to know that it's going to come whenever it's supposed to come. Or, whatever situation you're in, whatever your desire is, it's coming. And you may not know how or where, but it's that trust and that surrender that will take you to the place of where you're desiring.
I feel the need to just be real. Like, isn't not knowing how, like, the worst? Like, oh man. Just remembering, like, how difficult it is to not know how.
Yeah, definitely. It is the worst. It totally is. But and it's admitting that to yourself too, right? It's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do this, but I want it.
Yes.
But you're right. I think it's great to be real. Like, yeah, we can be all spiritual and be like, yes, I'm surrendering, but where the hell is it?
Right. As soon as you're off that meditation mat, you're like, ah!
And I have to say, like, I did do an interview with Maura. So any of you who are like, so what about sex and pregnancy? I talk all about that with Maura in an interview that I was interviewed by her. So
that's going to be up on YouTube really soon. It's gorgeous. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So if, it's just, we have two counterparts. So I think I just wanted to mention that. I think it's going to be great. I wanted you to tell us about your free gift.
Yes. So if you go to my website, mybirthprepwithmaura.com, and you are expecting, there's a free postpartum guide on there, and it just goes through things to think about, things to expect, things to explore, questions like, what's that squirt bottle for? It kind of helps explain those things. And then as well as kind of mind shifting, helping with communication, things that sometimes break down whenever we're tired and going through a huge transition, and just all of this things that postpartum is. So it's a really great guide to help you set yourself up to be supported, so that you understand how to heal as quickly as possible. You have reasonable expectations for your body, where to go whenever you're looking at different parts in your recovery journey, and then just some really basic resources for things like breastfeeding or baby wearing, or all kinds of things that you might be interested in.
Fantastic. And if we have anyone in the audience who is not living in the United States but has an interest, can they contact you? Could you help them to find resources in their own country?
Absolutely. I have connections with doulas all over the world. My birth class, we do a new one about every month. We start one. We have a fast track and a slow track, just depending on where you are in the pregnancy. And we start a new group about every month. So that's just a live thing that we do over Zoom. So those are available to any English speaking person. I'm sorry, I'm not bilingual in anything. But for anybody who is comfortable with learning in English, then my class is available to them as well.
Fantastic. And you can learn more about Maura at mybirthprepwithmaura.com. And of course, you can contact me at wildridersheal.com. This has been such a stimulating conversation. Thank you so much, Maura. I wanted to end this session with a poem that I wrote that I just felt would be appropriate. So it's called Dying and Rebirth. There was a hole in my heart. My mother loved me, no conditions. My rock, my freedom, my hope. I have mourned her death for years. I married to fill the hole. Today I realize I can heal. The open wound, my new story emerges. I am abundant. I am conscious. I am perfect. I am awake. I am free. I am sacred love. I am erotic. I am powerful. I am adventurous. I am a shamanic high priestess. I am my mother's daughter. I am whole. I am. Well, thank you
so much for sharing that.
Thank you so much.
I had lots of fun too. This is really great, and I really loved talking to you, and would be happy to talk anytime about any of the other spider subjects we could go tangents about.
Yeah, I'm feeling like has to be a part 2 to this one, so we'll figure out what the topic is.
Yeah, hey, you know what if your listeners let you know if they have anything that they want us to talk more about, and I'd be happy to do another talk about any of that.
Yes, so definitely anyone who's listening, please send us feedback via our websites or find us on Facebook, send us a message. We are here to serve you. We are here to help you in your sacred journeys with whatever you're experiencing. So yes, thank you, Maura, for mentioning that. I really love client feedback. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.